Why does the Phantom exist? Like, seriously, why? It is generally one of, if not the most annoying mob in the game, especially on multiplayer servers. Hey guys, Wizard here, and in today's video, I'll be going over what makes the Phantom so annoying, and more importantly, how we can fix it. But before we dive in, I just wanted to mention that I actually have a Discord server, and unlike most YouTubers who are rarely on their Discord server, I, on the other hand, have literally nothing better to do. So if you want to come and chat for a bit, the link will be in the description down below. And with all that being said, let's get into the video. The Phantom was the first ever mob to be voted into the game by the community. It's because of this that the hate surrounding this mob is more personal. When it was first added to the game, everywhere you'd go, you'd see the community blame each other. There were those who even blamed Mojang for not just adding in all 4 mobs. Whoever's fault this mob may be, one thing is certain. This mob sucks! Okay, so why was this mob so annoying? Well, it all has to do with that insomnia mechanic that was added along with it. Basically, the mob would only spawn when players spent 3 whole nights without sleeping. On paper, it seemed like a fun and unique behavior to add to a mob, but in practice, well, during the early game it isn't that big a deal since you rarely stayed up for the 3 nights required for it to spawn. But once you got a good amount of armor, you literally have no need to sleep, and most players stop sleeping in order to work on huge projects or to grind for gear. And why would you sleep? After all, you've lit up your entire base, built a perimeter fence, dug a lava moat, built 50 iron golems, and even got full diamond armor. You're practically invincible. No mob can touch you. Motherfucking phantoms. Unlike every other hostile overworld mob in the game, it doesn't matter how many torches you place or how many walls you build, you cannot prevent it from spawning without skipping the night. It literally spawns whenever it feels like it, and when it does, it spawns in horde. They can go through blocks so you can't even block yourself in, and even if you have the most OP gear and you don't have to worry about dying, it's just so boring to fight. They go up, take 3 years to fly back down, and once they get within reach, you can only hit it once or twice before it flies back out. Like, what is this Mojang? When I think flying mob, I think of a swift and clean battle where me and my opponent are chasing each other and racing to the death, not this shit. At this point, your only option is to either deal with this annoying mob until the sun rises or skip the night. And all of these issues become magnified on multiplayer servers, which require every single player to be in bed in order to skip the night. This makes it completely impractical to skip the night. So, unless plugins are added in, servers are infested with phantoms. Okay, the mob sucks. But now what? Should we just remove it from the game? In my opinion, I wish they'd just remove it, but Mojang have stated before that they will not remove it from the game. This is because while the Phantom is annoying, it does have a pretty important drop which serves as the only way to repair elytras in game, minus using mending books. So Mojang is kind of backed into a corner here. However, I have an idea or two on what Mojang can do to fix it. The first idea is to increase the speed of the mob and change up its attacking pattern. Right now, the Phantom is boring as all hell to fight, so these much needed changes would make fights more swift and less drawn out. Also, once the first group of Phantoms are spawned in and killed, no more should spawn. This next idea is actually my favorite. Remember earlier when I said that unlike every other mob in the game, you can't prevent Phantoms from spawning without skipping the night? Well, to fix this, look no further than Soulfire torches. Basically, Phantoms should be unable to spawn if there's any source of soulfire within a 5-block radius. That, or they could just be repelled by it, like piglins. This way, you can put soulfire torches around your base in order to prevent Phantoms from getting anywhere near you. I can even see this idea being combined with the first idea, so that you can both control where it spawns, and if you have to fight it, at least it'll be fun. Finally, most of the problems with the Phantom come from it being in the overworld, where the player spends most of their time. So my final idea for fixing the Phantom is, instead of removing it from the game, Mojang should just remove it from the overworld and stick it in the end. In the process, they remove that annoying insomnia gimmick and give it a more suitable home. Okay, right now I have this mod called Alex's Mobs installed, which in itself is a great mob. But today we'll be looking at this one creature it adds, called the Spectre. This mob is meant to be a distant relative of the Phantom that lives in the end. Mojang could do something similar to this, where they take the Phantom, give it a fresh coat of paint, and have it spawn in the end. That way, we can still have a way to repair elytras in-game, while making the Phantom infinitely less annoying. Anyways, those are all my thoughts on the Phantom. Speaking of game-ruining mobs, I wonder what a game-ruining update would look like. Well, that's all the time I have for today, and until next time, bye!